So, loved one, this is a new day in my life, more precisely a new night. Today in the morning, I didn't really do any video. And today it was a pretty hardy day for me. Pretty a day that I just didn't really want to didn't really want to perform. And I think that in all these 2 weeks, I just was at the position that I'm really, make myself for this day, because my flight in just 24 hours, maybe less. And I just should to know what I just can do with my dog, and I just knew what I can do with my dog. But today, after all the how can I say this thing, badly feeling, badly emotions, hardy feeling, and all the emotions that I just can say that I just didn't really want to get. And with all my fights in order to just keep my dog with me, today I just needed to take him out of my life, and that was pretty awful, pretty hardy. It's like give up about your baby, and pretty hard to just do. And you just do it for a moment. You do it for a moment, and you just take yourself out from the situation, and you just finish with that. And that's a pretty hardly thing to do. You just say goodbye, and that's it. Just continue with your life, and probably you will just don't see this dog never. It was a really hard, but I must say that actually I just completed with myself when I just went for the place in order to just do it. I just knew that I can't do something that's more good than that, and I just tried everything. And I just also think about myself, how I just don't delete myself in order to just save the dog, and how I just keep about the goodest life that I just can keep for his dog. And I think that I just pretty succeed in this case. But eventually, no matter what, it was really hard, especially when I just needed to do this thing at the end of the point, when I just took him, and that was a neutral batch, and just really unwanted to do this thing. And you just see at the eye of your fucking dog, and just kiss him, just hug him, and just do this thing, and leave this position. And after you leave this position, all the anxiety that you so know that will not help you is fine. Okay, it's just something that tries to push away from you and from your bond and from your thing that you were just sure about. And it's really something that was hard, but you must understand that also in this position that you put this dog outside of your life, when your body say you must right now be in something of a pressure just in order to understand more clearly what you do, and just in order to just probably don't take this decision, in order to just go back and take your dog and leave all this bullshit, because it can't be finished, it can't be this end, okay? And because I just knew that I just do the most right thing I just can do, I thought that I know right now that this is the anxiety, and the anxiety will not help me. And I just literally say this thing to my, to my brain, and I just know that right now, if I will be in this pressure, it's absolutely will, will don't help me to go out from this position when I just complete with myself. It just will bring me to the point that I just, feel pressure and feel uncompletable the thing that I just do. And because of that, and because of that, I just, continue with my way. I just didn't really see the thing that actually was, um, behind me, and I just didn't see what actually happened with him after, I just lived, and after everything like that. It was really hard because your body just wants to see him in the last time, to see him, in the really last moment, in order to just be more complete. But you know very well that if you will just, go back and just see this thing, you will just, you will just break. And this is. Not the right thing to do. And I think I just understood this thing, and I continue with my way, and right now I just go back from this place, and I just go for a train, go for buses, and just the other thing. And I must say that I just feel pretty tired, and I just slept in the train, and you just can't feel good after you just do this thing. Even I just really complete with this decision, because I know very well that I just think about other things, and I just do this thing after a lot of concentration and how I can say this thing. A lot of thoughts that actually was in my brain, and it's absolutely was easy, especially in this day, when I just understood that it's probably will happen, and it's probably will not be the easy way to just close this thing and just end this chapter of my life. But I think that's it. So I think I just talked a 9 and slightly more minutes about this thing, and it's a pretty big thing. And probably when my brain just understood this thing, when my just heart understood this thing, when my just I just became more complete with this decision, because I just knew that I didn't have a choice, and that's it. I think that right now it was the part of the memory, because it's like a child, so you just remember his thing, and his smell and his everything, and this is pretty hardly. things. But you know, it does not mean that I just did the badly thing. I just did you know not the right thing, and I think that today it's approximately today it's tomorrow. I will just how I can say this thing. I will just buy things for my journey, for my trip, for everything. And it will be really interesting. Yeah, a lot of fears, a lot of problems, but I can say that I feel that every time I just do, every time I just improving, and I feel you know I can say 19% of my life without any you know um, feeling that I just do the badly things. But sometimes I just feel that I just lose the game, especially because I just don't really achieve money about the thing I just had, and it's something that really worth your mind, because you just continue in your way like that, so you just achieve more and more and more money, and you know surprisingly it's several you know months that you actually don't achieve nothing, because you just do something else, because you just do a lot of things else. It's a pretty hard things to just be in. Um, you know, just feel that there is no money, there is no other ways. Um, Sometimes it's feel hardly, but I just know very well I just do the right thing most of the time. And when I just wrong, I fix myself, because that's the best thing I just can do, instead of just being anxiety, or just being apologize about myself, because that's the thing I just should do in order to just make myself better. But today was really hardly. But I know very well that right now my life must continue, and I just should buy the thing for my journey, and I just should work about my projects. That you know that's the thing that I just so invested about in these several months. And surprisingly I just stopped to invest about this thing, because I just was so busy uh, you know also about my life, but especially about my movement that I just will take for the other country. And um, and eventually I just was with my dad at a trip for several weeks, and that also took for me time. And eventually I just invest about this a lot of time, and that will be a pretty early and pretty bad things again, if I will just lose more and more and more from these projects that I just put on my eye. Because there is nothing that I just get from this project. I just get what I just create. Okay, so if I will just leave this project, I will just lose my time. That you just don't really achieve nothing, no money, no nothing. And eventually you just will be at the position that you just put your time and put your concentration and put your energy about something that you will don't actually bring it to somewhere. This is not my way. Okay, this is not my way. And that's actually what must what must um, most of the most of the people actually do when they just develop project. Okay, they just lose their time and lose their energy, and eventually just stopping somewhere, because they just can't, and because there is actually nothing that in the process.
as for me, but I know that the perfect medicine just continue.